Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Today we're going to take a look at Greenstrawberry's 1/537 scale kits for the NCC-1701A. That's the VIP Officers Mess, and also for the NCC-1701 Refit Officers Lounge. I'm building the refit, so I'll be using this one. I don't know if I'm ever going to use this one unless we build another kit. So let's unbox these and show you what we got. And as always, we'll start off with the instruction sheet. This sheet shows you that you get one PE part and one resin part. Goes over what you have to remove. I don't see any red on here, so you're going to keep that whole disc. And then it goes into the back end of the bridge here, and it shows you what to cut out, where to put the PE in, and then where to put the piece in. So let's take a look at the pieces. And here we have the pieces. They come in separate bags, your resin piece and your PE piece. This is one thing I asked Greenstrawberry to do a long time ago, especially with the bigger sets, have resealable bags so we could put things in. So they took care of that. Let's look at the resin part first. This is the resin piece for the NCC-1701. This is the Officer's Mess. As you can see, it comes with 14 little chairs in there and the long table. There is some detail on the back, and hopefully the camera will focus. There's some doors over that way, and there's some detail work in there. This is actually the first piece of resin that I have from Greenstrawberry that has a bubble in it and some jagged edges. I'm not too worried about that because this is going to be in the bottom of the ship, so it's not affecting any of our detail. We'll just have to sand this down. Just make sure you're wearing a mask because you don't want to breathe in any of that resin. Otherwise, overall, like I said, this means nothing. It's a very nice little added piece that you'll be able to see in the back window there, and it'll add some detail. And this is the only piece of PE that comes with the set. It's our back windows over here, nicely done. Just one easy piece to take off and put in there. So of course, this is the saucer. We're gonna take a look at the difference between the back windows and the PE sheet. We're only gonna do this once because it is the same PE sheet in both kits. Hopefully you can see these windows over here. They're not really the same shape, each one. You'll have to clean those up and reshape them. It's not even flash or anything like that. This one's curved over a bit, and this one's a little wider than this one, and this one's a little wonky on its shape too. So you'll have to do some serious cleanup on those windows. What I'm doing now is I'm using my caliper to check out how big the struts are, or I should say how thick they are compared with the kit part to the Greenstrawberry part, just so we know what our field of view is going to be with these. This is a 2.05 thick strut. Now let's take a look at the aftermarket part. I don't know if you can see my caliper, but the aftermarket part is exactly 1 millimeter thick, so that's 1.05 millimeters smaller. This way we'll get a better view through those windows of what we're putting in the back. If I do the thickness going from front to back on the part, it's only 0.16 millimeters thick. I'm quite sure the kit part over here is a lot thicker than that, but I won't be able to get my caliper in there to see the difference. So here I'm just trying to hold the piece up to the hull so you can see. And you can see how much wider the kit supplied part is, so that's going to obscure our view of anything we put in there. And you can see the shapes on the Greenstrawberry is so much better. They're perfect, I'm going to say rectangles, which they look like they are, but they're just on a little bit of a slant each way. So that's really going to enhance the back of the ship there, and you're going to be able to see everything we put in. Now I'm holding up the resin piece inside. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's really hard because there's no lighting in there. But it's very hard to tell what's in there. I can see it from where I'm at. I think you can see a little bit through these two windows. So if you use this piece without taking out these windows, you're really doing yourself an injustice, because if you're going to work on it that hard, you're not going to see what you did inside. Now I know this isn't the correct way to do it because it's going to be a little further back, but you can see how much wider these windows are and how much more detail you can see inside. And if you light up this room, you're going to actually see it a lot better because the windows are wider. So this piece will definitely make the kit look better. It's going to take a little bit of work to get it right, but in my opinion, this is worth it if you're especially going to use the Officer's Lounge or the Officer's Mess. The next thing we're going to take a look at is the Refit Officer's Lounge in 1/537 scale. So let's take this out, and like I said, we're not going to do the PE again because it's the same exact thing as the other kit that we looked at. Pretty much the same directions as the last sheet, just shows us our two pieces. There's no red, so we have nothing to remove. We're going to remove the pieces from the bridge, and we're going to put the Officer's Lounge right up underneath, and I'll show you that in a minute. And here's our Officer's Lounge in 1/537 scale. This tiny thing has some serious detail. There's like a little koi pond right over here. I don't know if you can see that. We have a bunch of little chairs, a sofa, stairs, more little seats down here, more little seats over here, a table, and a door on this side. So they really went all out on the officer's lounge with the detail. So you're gonna need magnifiers. I have them on actually right now so I can see all these little pieces while I'm calling them out to you. Again, very nicely cast, especially the detail up here. There are some discrepancies on the bottom that you don't even have to sand these off because they're gonna be pushed up underneath the ship, and I'm gonna show you that in a second. So once this piece is all painted up and we do all our light blocking and get everything ready, this is a very simple piece to put in. You're gonna glue it in position, you're gonna glue it straight, make sure that you're using a glue that you have a little more time to work with. If you put a CA while you're looking this way and you're askew, you're gonna get yourself all mad and have to twist it. But if you can see, there's like little nubs here. You line that up on the top of the saucer and maybe we'll be able to see what's inside the windows, even though they're not the greatest. I'm trying to zoom this all the way in so you can see. You can barely see what's in there. And again, the kit provided part is just gonna block up any hard work you do painting this little part. And you can tell just from this piece how big the officer's lounge is. They made it nice, so if you're looking towards this side on the completed model, you'll see some stuff. And if you're looking towards this side, your completed model, you'll see some stuff. I know this isn't correct, so it'll actually be a little bit further away, but I just want to give you the idea of how much more of that work can be seen with this piece instead of the piece from the kit that's so small with the windows. These windows are nice and large, where you'll be able to see that work that you did, especially if you get lighting in there. Like you can see a little bit of lighting in there so you can see all the chairs and everything. First up, thank you to Lucas and Susanna for sending over these parts. We really appreciate the effort by Greenstrawberry to let us look at stuff so this way we can see it and we can show it to you and you know what you're going to be getting when you're getting ready to do your model. We took a look at the refit and the officer's lounge and the officer's mess. These will add a little bit more detail to the ship, and we know the detail on this ship is not good with all the paneling and stuff, so it takes a little bit of effort. And with all the aftermarket parts that we can put on it, we can make it look like a really good ship. Hopefully the rumors are true and Polar Lights will come out with a smaller scale ship that we can fit on our shelves nicely. And again, thank you to everybody that's been hitting that subscribe and like button. If you haven't yet, join the HLI family. Hit the subscribe button. This way you don't miss any of our videos or any of our live streams. And hit that like button, please, because if you boop that, it sends it to the algorithm, and the algorithm spreads this over to other modelers, and it helps out that way too. And a huge thank you to our members that are scrolling by this side, I think it is. And thank you to those guys and girls for helping keep the sites running, contests going, and all that other good stuff. So we'll see you in the next review because we have some more of this stuff to do. And I hope you're all taking care of yourselves and being good out there. I'll see you all soon. Take care, and bye-bye, everybody.